And we are back. So, last we left off, unfortunately we've lost Aleutian for the night, but he'll be back for the next session. Regardless, though, we've got some interesting things to delve into because we pulled the plug on Apollo, we secured the hydro plant, and we did some snooping into the mine below, able to secure some valuable resources and a good source of information for the colony leading forward. So to fast forward us a little bit, you're going to wait out the storm. It takes about 8-9 hours for the storm to pass through. First one that you've experienced here on Eos. After the storm levels out, O'Malley feels comfortable driving you back station. When you get back, everyone is immediately pulled into the central kind of like meeting room at the command post by Lila. And what she does is okay. So, what I'm understanding is that we had a malfunction with the AI at the plant. It's developed a personality and was dangerous, to say the least. You also said you found a collection of working Joes. Carter's also here. So the only people in the room are Ramirez, Carter, and then everybody that was on mission, which also includes O'Malley and your engineer, who I can't think of the name right now,
Delgado.
And Marcus. Delgado. And Marcus. So that's the only people in the meeting room right now. So, all right. Carter kind of speaks up. Yes, very unfortunate that we damaged the facility, but with the proper permits and the proper requisitions, I think I could get necessary materials to replace any of the damaged terminals and possibly the actual generators if Delgado can't repair them. And Delgado kind of like nods about with the sentiment. Lila begins to kind of like pace back and forth as she sees she's deep in thought. Okay, let's scrap that for a moment. Let's talk about the mine. You guys went down there? What's it look like?
Vast, for one thing.
Vast, okay. I mean, that's not necessarily bad.
Derelict. But Aleutian found quite a few minerals.
Aleutian kind of like, yes, he's been coughing a lot recently, as for perhaps he's a little sick. Yes, also found, I found this, and he produces the container holding the small fragment of trimonite. And you watch as Ramirez kind of like stops and says, "Oh my God." Carter says, "What is it? What is it?" That's trimonite. Yes, it is in fact trimonite, Lucian says, and I'm responsible for finding it on the planet. I also secured a map with local resources and coordinates that I'll be feeding into Mother with my consent, I might add. Carter pipes in. Of course, we will follow proper regulation in doing so, but I will have it decrypting in no time, and we will have full access to whatever the facility below was doing. And Ramirez just looks beaming at this point. You recovered surveys. This is going to save us months. Oh, and Dr. Baring, you are a lifesaver. This is going to set us ahead. You guys deserve bonuses. Carter begins to, per their contracts,
Oh, Carter.
technically, and she kind of moves her hand. They at least get bonuses for salvage rights, correct? Yes, but what did they salvage? Did you guys found trucks, right? We have
Trucks, terminals, working Joes.
Joes. See, we can do something about the Joes. At a minimum, we're looking at the trucks. We can work on a figure with that. I mean, technically they need repair, but...
Oh, Carter, we can maybe discuss this later over dinner?
And there's a little bit of blush in his face. Ramirez kind of like smirks a little bit at you. Yeah, we can table that for later. You never know what we might have. But okay, so that's awesome. That's great news. Where are we at on the Joes?
Well, there's about 4 of them down there that aren't going to be any good to us at all.
Well, I heard there was,
there's a room full of them, and they were being controlled by an evil robot computer.
Delgado speaks up. I mean, synthetics can be fixed. They're never actually like dead. We could fix them up with the right parts. I'm assuming they had parts down there.
I think you guys are forgetting that regardless of what we found, what surveys is what, this, that, the other, whoever was here before us wasn't worth it to them. Might keep that in consideration. There's something else that counters the cost or counters the worth of whatever it is we're likely to find.
Ramirez stops for a moment. Marshall, I respect you for your knowledge, and I realize you're trying to do this for the best security of us here in the colony. Those Joes have a very high likelihood of pushing us further than we normally would be able to get. And then it's when Carter says, technically, synthetics are not salvage rights. They're technically property of Seegson. And
you think they're coming back for them?
Normal contracts, we are obligated to return them. However, I could perhaps be convinced to submit the proper paperwork to annex the Joes into our employ.
And then what's going to run them? We're gonna hook them up to Mother.
He takes a second thinking about that, and then Ramirez says, "Could we do that?"
I don't know.
I could. Rick's. Carter says.
Sandy realizes he gave him a bad idea, but
Carter says,
a bad idea.
I could clone our mother here. I could make a clone. It would take time. I could clone it, copy it, upload it onto that mainframe, and enslave the Joes to our mother unit.
You realize it took Aleutian more than it should have to shut down that Apollo program, and now you want to load on top of that?
Well,
we don't even know if
we would strip it out.
Person. Oh, sure, yeah, okay, all right. Hey,
we could strip it out. I mean, if
y'all getting paid to know more about it than I am.
If we want to invest in this, we could put in our own mainframe with our own mother program. That's just going to cost us.
Well, Apex is nothing if about not cutting corners, right?
Ramirez. Yeah, go ahead, Salvatore.
Before we do that, could we diagnose what happened with the previous AI that we had, that the UPP had installed, it went rogue for some reason, and it appeared to have its own agenda, which was keeping everyone out of the mines. So, would that be
Marcus speaks
possible?
up at this point. It is not unheard of for synthetic and AI to develop strange anomalies when they are under a lack of maintenance for extended periods of time. While
How you
I
feeling,
am
Marcus?
while I am equipped with a behavioral inhibitor, prohibiting me from harming or allowing harm to become any human life form, should the Apollo program have degraded to such a state where it no longer functioned in this way, it could behave in erratic fashion. That could possibly explain the anomalies you encountered below.
I understand that, Marcus, and I appreciate your input, especially with your experience. But I still would feel more comfortable if we determined exactly what went wrong. We don't know. I am not.
What about that exposure to the radiation? That have an effect on the mainframe? That have an effect on your synthetic nature?
Radiation? Ramirez says?
From the rocks.
I don't think we know that. I don't know if Aleutian shared that with us out of character.
Aleutian coughs for a moment. I mean, yes, trimonite is slightly radioactive, but I looked through the warehouse down below.
We found a lot of it.
No, we did not, Sweetman. If you would allow the experts to speak here. We found this small piece. The rest of it is local minerals. Some of it's quite valuable. Definitely something that Apex can process and sell. But the trimonite, we will have to wait for Mother to decode the map and surveys if we want to get its proper location.
Before we install Mother, which is arguably way more advanced than what UPP had access to or installed, I would feel most comfortable, Marcus, if you could determine why exactly Apollo went rogue, what conditions made this happen, beyond a shadow of a doubt.
That
Before
would be very difficult, Dr. Salvatore, as the mainframe was destroyed.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to go over to Aleutian, kind of put my hand on his head, look at his face.
He has a very, very slight fever.
Come see me after this meeting, Aleutian.
Carter looks jealous over in the corner. He's like, a little bit of a huff for a moment. Aleutian kind of looks at him, kind of like winks. Yeah, does his glasses like, the little... puts the glasses up. Yeah.
Oh.
Ramirez says, okay, fine. All right. Here's what I think we have. I realize that I'm the foreman. Ultimately, I have the last say, but I'm not going to do anything without everyone's backing. Here's the solutions I think we can come along with for the Joes. I realize they attacked you. I realize they can be violent, but I've worked with Joes on several other sites. They're very easy to work with. They're not, no offense, Marcus, they can't really think for themselves. No offense taken. And if we can tether them to our mother program, they'll be safe to work. They will give us a steady supply of workers that do not rest and can do the dangerous jobs. If there is radiation down there, I'd rather send a Joe than send our guys.
This is fair.
With this in mind, cloning our mother and uploading it to the damaged mainframe, repairing what we can get us up and running immediately, no cost. Which means that, with Carter's permission, of course, I can give you a sizable bonus. If we decide to import materials for a new mainframe, we'll have to send people to permanently reside over there to watch over the Joes while we get them running. They'll require mandatory maintenance every single day to make sure they don't go crazy. It will be a little stressful for a few months until we can get the mainframe running, but we could do that. Of course, the cost of building the mainframe is probably going to cut out a significant portion of our bonus, should we get any. And the other option is we could have Mr. Carter here submit the Joes through proper requisition forms to Seegson, and we could just pocket the profits.
I feel like it's probably, we go ahead, kind of like we progress as we ask for permission.
Out of those three options, you, the players, ultimately get to decide the moral dilemma at hand.
All right, so we're hashing this out now. Go ahead, Matt.
Oh, I was just gonna say, Drake would probably only chime in and say that he's, from a security perspective, I think the option of either selling them, getting them off this planet, or putting in a new mainframe would be the safest option.
Ramirez nods her head. Your former nods her head, says, I would prefer to just clone it, but if everybody is meeting me in the middle and we're going to work on building the mainframe, I'm okay with that, as long as Delgado, you're going to be the guy probably over there doing most of the maintenance, you and Marcus.
I was just going to say, is it Ramirez, the head?
She's your foreman. Your chief foreman is Ramirez.
Ramirez. Miss Ramirez, I don't know if you've had a chance to look at some of the pictures, the full report, but this AI was able to perhaps incapacitate the entire colony of the UPP.
Okay.
Just put that in perspective, what it was capable of doing to a much larger group of well-armed, well-supplied people.
I understand that. But we're using our mother system, though, right? And she kind of looks towards Carter. Yeah, I mean, we'll be using our own system, much superior system to Apollo, and with us doing regular maintenance on it, we shouldn't have any of these problems, right, Marcus? Marcus kind of nods his head. That is correct, Mr. Carter.
Mr. Carter, I don't...
We got... Go ahead.
Sorry, Marshall. Mr. Carter, I'm not one of you eggheads, but I've never seen a computer that had a helmet attachment that could plug into a human. Are you aware of something like that? I've never seen anything like that.
And Lucian kind of like, I know I haven't seen anything like that. And Carter kind of like, well, that sounds like some kind of something new. Maybe even something proprietary.
No.
Begins to smirk a little bit.
Mr. Carter, that's why my vote, as little as it matters, is for one of the other two options. I'll leave that decision up to the rest of you.
Okay, so what are we doing?
Here's what we got. Come at this from... We're going to do this.
Okay.
There's
see.
no right way. There's no right way to do this. We do not need to interface with, copy on to top of, or overwrite anything to do with that Apollo unit. That it's a lost cause. I don't care if it's shut down. I don't care if it's reprogrammed. It needs to be offline and stay offline. Now, there are things down there, obviously something, whether it's rocks, whether it's goo, whether it's freezing chambers. There's something going on down there that I am not comfortable putting frontline human beings in the way of. So that leaves us with the Joes, which I've taken a few of them out. I can take a few more if I have to. What you're telling me is we can get a mother unit in there, our own, fully built by us, with Marcus, who's not a Joe, helping maintain it. And then we can interface them Joes with our own mother unit, and that would at least provide some barrier, some thin in between human beings and whatever the fuck it is down there.
That is correct, Marshal Sweetman. It can be easily done and well maintained.
We need to requisition them Joes. As much as I hate any of this, whatever keeps the company off our back is the better way to go. I don't care what company it is. It can be Apex, it can be UPP, I don't give a crap. So if we requisition them Joes, we take up ownership, whatever it is, run the paperwork, I don't give a goddamn. But we are not turning that Apollo unit back on. We are not going anywhere near that Apollo unit. And we're taking in a fresh set of circuit boards. Is that clear?
Are you giving orders here, Marshal?
I'm responsible for the safety and containment of threats for this colony, for the people involved in this colony, and for the company's interests. And that includes the human resources that they seem to want to forget about, but I do not.
Ramirez speaks up for a moment. She says, Marshal, I understand that you're very passionate about security and everything. I would also like to remind you that I speak for the company. I am the head of this colony, and I will take you into advisement with my decision.
Oh.
She looks a lot more stern than she ever has been.
Well, I do need to check on my patient, but that is something I am concerned about with those working Joes when they were able to, I guess, go rogue under the guidance of Apollo. I've seen firsthand what they can do to the limited people we have on this colony. I do like the idea of using them instead of people, especially if I'm going to look at Aleutian and kind of, see, you've been following my hand,
Yes.
After seeing that there might be radiation, that is something that is a little bit outside of my skill set on fixing easily. So I do like the idea of keeping the working Joes just to keep our settlers safe, but also I do not want to risk the Apollo unit somehow reawakening or gaining control or manipulating or influencing Mother in any way, especially since Mother is the superior system. Imagine what it could get away with. Imagine what it could do. So I do agree with Drake about maybe we can just completely rip out all of the systems, put in something completely new, but keep the working Joes. I know that's not the timeline you want, but for the good of the colony, it may be what we have to work with. I mean, what good is a bonus if we're all dead?
So Carter then kind of, looks at you for a moment, says, so he's Drake, huh? Everybody kind of goes
Yes, that is
quiet for a
his
moment and looks around. That's enough, Carter. All right, I think that I've come to a decision. We
His psycho
are
boyfriend.
we are going to fill out the necessary paperwork, Mr. Carter, and we are going to requisition the Joes, and we are going to build our own mainframe to substitute in the former Apollo. All right. Everyone's dismissed.
Oh, quick question.
Yes,
For Aleutian received a lot of information
you did.
in his tranche of data
Yes, he did.
download. There was mention of an archaeology site.
There was.
Did he mention it to anyone else?
He's not here to tell you, so I'm going to say he has not.
Okay.
Unless he
I
does-
assume he probably
We'll-
wouldn't. I didn't know.
We'll, we'll see. We'll see if he does. We'll ask him next session if he wants to share it or not.
Okay. Troubling. Also, what was
yes.
the response to Marshall Sweetman's report on the black substance?
So Aleutian, your geologist, after examining the corrupted file, he thinks that whatever that is was listed in the file, and if he manages to properly decrypt the corrupted file, that he'll be able to tell you what it is. But obviously it is it was mentioned in that log that he secured. He's not sure what it is right now. He knows there's some kind of biological component to it, but he's never seen anything like it.
Okay.
But he's your expert when it comes to minerals and things coming out of the earth, gases and things.
Okay.
So now, with that, you guys, because you decided to secure the Joes, you actually get a free installation. It is called... Oh, please, will I pull it up? It is called the... It's right up here somewhere. Where are you? Not AI upgrades. Damn it. It's called like robotics something. Robotic systems. And it gives you a +1 modification for the Union Steward's role for this. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in real quick. Robotic system. All right, so we are going to do the colony shenanigans now. Let me just make sure I'm doing this right, because what's going to happen is we're officially braked out of that. The foyer into getting the power plant up and running is good. The first stage of our campaign has essentially just ended, and we're going to do a 6-month jump into the future. And so now we get to do colony stuff to see how the colony's thriving over the next 6 months, which means that the colony can end up getting very big. It can also end up collapsing on itself. So there's a chance, if any of these stats drop to 0, that the colony just fails. You have a couple that are at 3, so they're kind of at risk. But essentially what happens is, for all of these stats, we have people that make rolls for them, and should they fail, they go into the negative. Should they just succeed, they stay even. Should they get multiple successes, they go up. And that's how your colony begins to thrive. Between that and the development of different installations and policies and things can kind of keep the ball rolling. Okay, so with that in mind, we go into the initial colony in play, blah, 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 policies, attributes, cycle.
Well, with
okay.
a 6-month jump, my knee is fine.
It is. Your knee's going to be fine.
And we have no stress.
Phase 1, we get to roll for a colony incident. Woo! I get to roll some dice. It's a D66. Let's see here. That is going to be... Okay. You guys are getting lucky somehow. That is an unexpected supply run. The company has obviously either made an accounting error or is being unusually generous. You get +1 to economy. That brings your economy up to 6, which is very good. All right, so that's the incident that took place in the interim. You got a good one. A lot of them are really bad. You guys got a decent one. And then we go to phase 2. The command team does their thing. So, now we go through the command team. So we're going to start with our economy, which is run by our corporate director, which is Mr. Carter. He has to make a manipulation roll. Let me pull up his stats real quick. All right. I'm just gonna roll on this. He gets... Okay. He gets 2 successes. So your economy goes up by 1. So it goes to a 7. And then Aleutian, we already had him roll in advance. He got 3 successes because he makes a observation roll. So your Prospector General does his thing, and you go up to 6. You go from 5 to 6. Then let's see how our Union Steward does, which is O'Malley. And O'Malley has to make a heavy machinery roll. He's not a super heavy machinery guy. He's decent. He's pretty good, actually. He only gets 1 success, so it doesn't get worse. It just stays the same at 4. So productivity is at a 4. Then we'll go to Delgado for maintenance, and I believe he has to make a Comtech roll. Yeah, Comtech. Let's go to Delgado, Comtech. He gets a success, so it stays the same. Science. That is going to be our science officer, which is Sansa. I'm going to need you to make an observation roll.
I have 4 6s.
What?
4 6s out of 5. And 1 1. Does that count against me?
It does not.
Okay.
So science goes from a 3 to a 4. Sansa's doing something right.
I'm doing.
And then last but not least, our marshal, who's going to be rolling for the spirit, and you are going to roll a command roll.
Okie doke. Wow, that is low for me. But-
Do I get to assist him in any way?
No,
Ha!
you do not.
All right, here we go. That's a success, though.
Oh, just one?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all you need. So it stays even.
Yeah.
So right now, I will say civil unrest is the worst stat you have. Your spirit is at a 3. It's your worst one. Everything is a 4 or above. The rest of it.
People are tired. This place is weird.
So here's the thing. So your current policy is you are currently doing bare bones. You were doing just basic maintenance, which gives you a +2 to maintenance and a -1 to science. You can continue to do that, and the stats I listed won't change, or you can change the policy to something else, depending on what you want to do.
What is our maintenance currently?
Currently, your maintenance is a 4.
Oh, okay. And that's with that +2.
Yes. So if you take it away, it goes down to a 2. You could still be running bare bones.
Not with those Joes, we're not going down to a 2. Hell no. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I think maybe staying is probably the best.
Stay with bare bones.
Yeah.
There's I think there's some other ones that are for maintenance. Let me see. There are some other ones that usually they're not as good as like a +2 to maintenance. Some of them are. Like there is work around the clock, +2 to maintenance, +1 to productivity, -1 to potential, and -1 to spirit. Which would actually
minus to economy.
Not from maintenance. I'm not seeing. There is all hands on deck, +1 potential, +1 maintenance, -1 economy. Your potential's really good though.
I'd like to just, I agree with
Kind of leave it where it's
Dan.
at, probably. Okay. Well, I guess it looks like we're still going bare bones. All right, we're sticking with it. All right,
6
you let me make sure. I think you might. Or I'm going to do the math real fast on what we got. It's phase 1, phase 2. Now we do growth and decline. Wait. Yeah, we do that, then we'll do growth and decline. So let me make sure. So I gotta add all these up again.
What was the
Gotta
facility
add.
we initially chose?
The initial facility you had were the deep core sampling
Deep core sampling.
things. So facilities stay; they're permanent.
Okay.
It gives a +1 roll to your prospector general's roll, which he rolled crazy anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. And then we just received
The robotic system, which gives you a +1 roll to the Union Steward. Oh, I didn't roll that. It doesn't matter. I just rolled it. It didn't matter. He's fine. But you might qualify for 2, so I need to add this up real fast. Because if you hit the next level of colony, then you get to get 2 installations instead of 1. There's my calculator. You're 3 short. We didn't hit the next level of colony. So, we're looking at the same, you're going to be looking at the same faces for another 6 months after this. So we're not going to get any new people. But you do get to pick 1 installation to add.
What about the research into how to counter the effects of the planet itself in this short day-night cycle?
We're going to be doing, and this we might do it next session. I'm going to be doing similar to what I did for Warhammer. I'm going to do an endeavors system for all of you guys for the 6 months interim. So you'll get two endeavors. You'll get a story-related endeavor that you can interact with whatever you're pursuing, or some element of anything you want to know. We'll do that, and then you also get a anything else endeavor. So if Sansa wants to work on curing stuff, we'll make rolls for that to see how that does, see how that goes. And same thing for you guys. If you guys want to work on something else, possibly work on making extra money, like there's going to be opportunity for bonuses and things like that. But we'll probably do that next session with Illusion.
And Mercer is up in Adam.
He will be, yes. Yeah.
And I have a complete medical file on Carter, correct?
What do you mean?
I have access to everyone's information.
Everyone's medical
Just to make
files?
sure everyone's healthy.
To an extent, yes.
Okay.
I will say to your knowledge, you have accurate information on everyone in the colony.
It's fine.
Everything comes through Mother, and Carter runs
Yeah,
Mother.
access to everything. Okay.
So
I get to have dinner with Carter.
you will end up having dinner with Carter. We need to choose an installation, though.
Installation.
You guys got to choose an installation to
Jesus.
that's going to be up and running. Oh no, you guys might actually. I forgot to make our commanders roll.
I thought we did. I thought they just did.
No. The Ramirez has to make a roll. She gets a special roll.
Okay.
Let me make sure what she rolls.
The past 6 months, how's Sam?
She makes a command roll. Okay, let me see where's this real quick. Ramirez command. Command is wits, right? Yeah, it's wits. Let's hope she does good.
Is command not empathy?
Is it empathy?
I think it's sympathy. It's
Yeah,
empathy.
it's empathy.
I'm not looking at the sheet right now. It's empathy?
Yeah, it's empathy.
That's empathy.
Yeah, it's an empathy roll.
Okay, good. That stays the same. She doesn't fail. So nothing changes. All right, so one installation.
Looking at the sheet, our weaknesses are spirit and maintenance, probably.
Actually, maintenance is so currently, maintenance and science are at a 4, and spirit is at a 3. Spirit's your worst one.
Yeah, maintenance is boosted by our policy, though.
Yes, it is.
What's our productivity?
Your productivity is at a 4.
Productivity
It's also a 4.
Science is at 7. Is that right?
So yeah, your economy is at a 7, which is
Yeah,
booming,
it
and your
is, yeah.
potential is at a 6.
6. Okay. So there's the spirit section. There's the recreational facilities.
That's true.
Plus 1 modification to all silver marshal rolls at the end of the cycle, so that would be the +1 for Dan.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the roll, at the end of the session, or at the end of the. There's. Well. There's the +1 for the colony supervisor role.
Mm-hmm.
If we want to do the maintenance ones, I didn't feel like were that good. It's similar stuff. There's a +1. There's a maintenance crew, which is +1 to the chief engineer's role at the end of the cycle.
Mm-hmm.
There's auto repair protocols, which is a +3 modification when the colony needs to make a maintenance attribute roll to resist effects of disasters, earthquakes, and storms. +1 to contact rolls for colony repairs and maintenance tasks. Or there's one that just lets us reroll the cycle colony incident roll at the end. That way, maybe we can avoid getting, I don't know, flooded or whatever.
Well, this place does tend to flood.
I guess if there's something else someone's looking at, has an inkling for. I thought some of the cooler ones were maybe like marketplace +1 to an attribute rolled randomly.
It's a random attribute.
That seems pretty good. Tooling workshop seemed pretty good.
Yeah, you realize like there's some where you guys can end up building vehicles. You could build weapons. Like there's all kinds of stuff in there.
The tooling workshop is one that the colony can build its own tools and small vehicles.
Yes.
However, it has to be combined with the tractor assembly for the colony to build small low orbit vessels. So we could build like ships. Like
small the ones that
aircraft.
they're not full aircraft.
Yeah. Yeah. But we could they're like, planes, not like interdimensional. Like we can't go out into space with them. But
yes. There are some particular vehicles that a colony could manufacture.
Low orbit is space. So I mean it would be able to go.
It is. It's technically low orbit, you're just not flying away from the planet.
Yeah. You can't fly away from the planet. Yeah. Any of those sound interesting to anyone?
Something just say, you thought there was a recreational facility, or there is?
There is a recreational facility.
You could do that. You could put in a recreational facility.
I feel that would help, because the colonists probably, if they're stuck here for 6 more months, we might want to find a way to entertain and keep morale up.
Yeah, that gives us +1 for your roll at the end of the cycle. So whenever
if you guys want to do that, you can.
Oh, to keep the order kind of thing, keep the peace. Gotcha.
I think that's probably a good one to do.
There's also an advanced research facility or a pharmacology lab.
There is smart, cool stuff for science stuff. That's true.
Well, Patrick's not here to vote for
the
pharmacology
lab would be can synthesize drug and medical supplies.
I will say, I will just point this out, those napper leaves.
You're gonna run out.
You got that's expensive drugs.
Okay. Well, maybe we need to invest in the pharmacology lab.
Maybe
that way we can have a supply of synthesized drugs.
That's
Plus,
solid.
Well, the napper leaf can keep the colonists entertained also.
Subdued.
Yeah, and I got a feeling we got to keep Carter sedated.
Carter
He's gonna have to
sedated?
go around the dog. But
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, perhaps our Aleutian may find the medical supplies useful. So,
why does it keep disappearing?
I keep on losing on my napper.
I just put it on this table. I turned away to get a new coffee, and I turned. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, let's go to the
pharmacology.
Pharmacology lab? Okay. I'll write it in. It's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Thanks for the suggestion.
There's a lot of good ones. I do want to be able to build things eventually, though.
Make drugs. It's written in. All right.
Yeah.
Now, so you can synthesize your own drugs and medical supplies.
Yeah.
That will put you guys as a colony central hub for this. Well, I mean, you already kind of were with communications, but now that you have the ability to synthesize your own drugs, you're going to be for sure you're going to be the central location that most resources are going to be pulling into.
Yeah.
For shipments around the colony, around the planet, for EOS. Okay, so we did those rolls. We did that. Let me make sure there's nothing else we have to do. I think that's
Do
it.
we do projects?
You don't get access to projects at your level.
Okay, we did at second
Unfortunately.
level.
Actually, you get them at third level.
Oh wow. Okay.
Let me pull it up real quick. First level, Interceptor, you just get one policy and one installation.
Yeah.
Once you hit anchoring from 31 to 40, you get one policy, two installations. Once you hit expanding, which is 41 to 53, which is quite a bit, you get two policies, two installations, and one project.
Damn. You better have your pen ready, bro. This is a lot to keep track of.
I know.
I don't envy you.
I know it is. I will say, your endeavors when it comes to your mechanical ones, I was going to treat that like a project. So depending on what you guys do, it's going to end up boosting the colony probably. So you'll end up upgrading the stats between each mission as well.
There's a project that's just listed as cartels.
Yes, there is. Cartel. Anyways. All right. So that is that. Our colony is eerily close to hitting the next tier, which gives you access to more installations, which gets you access to more fun things. So we're really close to that. We'll see. See how it goes. Right now, your population low.
Yeah.
Just the people you see is who you get. So resources are thin. All hands on deck. We don't have a lot of people coming in yet. Maybe you're probably not going to see any new faces. I doubt it.
Okay.
So
our potential is high.
Your potential is very high because of everything you have lined up. You have a very high potential for sure.
Yeah.
Economy is going to be booming. As soon as you find that Trimonite, it's going to be great. So, regardless, though, that's going to be it for tonight's episode. That's all the time we have for all of that. Hope you guys had fun. Let's do favorite moments of the night before we close out. We're going to start with Sansa.
Enjoyed all of it. I enjoyed the success of shutting down Apollo, especially when it was in the middle of trying to warn us about why we shouldn't go any lower. That was fun.
Yes.
Yeah. And, just everything we found that lines up with the alien universe. Oh, and finding out that Finn is a complete psychopath.
Psychopath?
That's going to be fun because we'll see who can out-psycho each other. So that will be great. We'll see how this toxic relationship plays out. I'm excited.
Oh no. I feel bad for Mr. Carter now.
He's trapped on this planet with me.
She's gonna string him along. It's gonna be great. Let's go to Corporal Graves.
Oh, I liked a lot of it. Enjoyed the session as a whole. As a DM myself, I do enjoy the the little base building mechanic.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool.
I really do enjoy looking at that kind of stuff, and plus one to our economy. I really like I like that kind of stuff. So I'm enjoying that part probably more than I probably did. Yeah, I enjoy that part. So I will say I do like Mr. Carter. I like Mr. Carter for some reason.
He's just a likable guy.
I've already had the image I've already had like an image of Finn like having a camera and it like turns and like it starts looking at Sana, and then Sana just kind of goes and like looks back up and like who's watching who, I don't know. I like it.
Indeed. It's gonna be great. How about Marshall Sweet? Favorite moments of the night, Marshall?
I love the fact that all the indicators are that whatever is here wasn't worth it, but we're gonna go get it anyway. and all the warning signs as to why we shouldn't are just being mostly ignored. Contrary to somebody's getting paid
Somebody's
handsomely
getting paid.
to somebody's getting paid. Ramirez, I feel like maybe the one who's getting the most money out of all this, and definitely like the dynamic of who's in charge, because Sandy's not one to want to let his people get hurt.
Oh,
Um, but favorite moment overall, like uh, the visuals of. I love the visuals of that close range combat. It's a lot. It feels a lot more intense when
yeah.
you're mixed in melee than like in a D&D setting. Not to throw the goat under the bus. It's just a matter of
Yeah.
somehow I guess because it feels like it's in a world we could be in kind of thing that it just
Mhm.
it gets a little more intense, and I do like that. And so yeah, getting out alive though, big win for us.
It is.
And then uh, we got some good rolls on building our environment. We probably could have gotten a crew, a new set of colonists, but we'll work with the folks that we have.
Yeah.
We'll make it work. They're
How
going to be
much you
fine.
got? It's gonna
And
be great.
surely by the time we come back to this, we'll figure it out some way to
Yeah.
compensate for the weird planet rotation.
So yeah, we'll see about that. We're also you do qualify for a bonus. Some. You would have got a lot more had you just decided to, you know,
Toe the company line.
toe the company line. And well, not necessarily toe the company line, but if you would have decided to cut some corners and just install the mother onto the old mainframe, you would have got a
Yeah.
significant bonus. Instead, you're gonna get the first tier bonus, which is the salvage bonus. And each of you, on top of your regular pay, which we'll discuss regular pay next session, you will be receiving an additional $900.
All right, so we can buy some gear.
As you can.
Nice.
So an additional $900, and then you're going to have regular pay. We'll get into that beginning of next session. You're going to get your check. All right. Well, with that, if I had a favorite moment for the night, it was certainly the closing of Apollo. It was a big, elaborate affair. It took a while, so I was excited about all that. But hopefully we paid attention during the little mining section, because there might be some super important tidbits of information down there. Who knows? Nobody's saying anything. It is what it is. Regardless, though, thank you guys very much for watching. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much. Thank you to my players for being here. And we lost somebody, so that's all right. Let's keep going. And if you've made it this far, make sure to like and subscribe if you have not already. And we will see you guys in the next one. Have a good day.